OGSQ Radio broadcasting live from the east side of Los Angeles, worldwide. Special guest, go ahead and introduce yourself. Who we got in the spot?
We 323 Mafia. I go by the name of Six Dog.
I go by Chef the Stew.
Prospecto.
What's good? I'm Homie Mason.
Yeah, man. Hey, good to have. Thank you for having us right here, man. OG Husky Radio, legendary
right.
people running this.
Legendary 323 Mafia, man.
Hey, appreciate that, man. Hey, we be saying that shit all the time. I be trying to manifest that all the time. We the legendary 323 motherfucking Mafia in here, man.
Who's the founder of the group or the leader?
Founders.
There's no really.
Talk about the three. Who started it?
Us three right here. We've been together since the beginning. You know, basically, my cousin and I and Junior, we all started this group together. You know, and little Danny as well. He's right there too. Shout out to Mesh Blaster. You know, so there's always it was a group thing, and you know, just a whole bunch of people that got together and had the same vision. You know.
So there's other members as we speak, or no?
Yes, there's two more members that are not here.
Oh, okay. And why the name Mafia? Is there like capos, dons, or what is it?
So that's an acronym. We're incorporated, so it's money and family is all. So
That's
323 represents Los Angeles.
No, go back. That's
right.
mad slept
All
on.
right, so 323 is Los Angeles, the area code. It was 2 and 3, but the new generation is 323, and then the Mafia is the acronym, which is money and family is all. So 323 Mafia.
Yeah, you got me on that one. That's
And there could also be an
Thank you.
alternative that we came up with too, which is music and family as well too, because we just love. We all have just a certain passion about music, you know. So it could be alternated with music and family as well.
How many albums do you guys have as 323 Mafia?
One.
One?
Just one.
If we're talking about like complete album, like full length project, one that we dropped in 2019, 2020,
Yeah,
December.
because I think the name's been around for quite a bit. I mean,
Yes,
as
sir.
far but any like EPs or
We have a couple EPs, but we're more known
3 or 4 EPs.
We're more known for like dropping singles and music videos. That's how we started. You know, we dropped a lot of music videos on YouTube, and we'll just drop one at a time. And you know that made us get a little wave in the beginning. You know, but then we started dropping EPs. We prefer, you know, like quality over quantity sometimes. You know, like we sometimes, you know, so we
Definitely curated.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from? Individually.
So I'm from Northeast LA, specifically Highland Park. For most of us grew up, me, Six, little Danny, literally like a couple blocks from each other. Went to high school together, Franklin. Shout out Franklin.
Yeah, I'm like the only outsider technically. I'm from SGV El Monte, 626 area code.
So we need 323-626 then, no?
It's because it started. Okay, let me just clarify one time. 323 is 323 because the whole group, we were freestyling on the blocks of York and Figueroa and Highland Park all the time.
That's right.
We were smoking blunts right there, motherfucking getting into trouble on York and Fig all the time.
That's
all
right.
those streets, and we started this group in Highland Park. That's why this group is always going to be known as a group that started in 323 in Highland Park specifically. You know, and that's just what it is, you know. But we got new members, you know, we got new talents.
Let's go.
And me, I'm personally from Echo Park originally, but then I moved to Ontario. So I have 323, 213, and also I represent also 909 as well. 909 as well, you know, that's why.
So is 323 like more a group or a movement though, or like
Both.
That's right.
It's a collective, bro.
there you go.
So I think I like to call it a conglomerate too, because I feel like our team isn't just these people that you see right here. It's not even the whole 323. Like there's so many people. Even like we get other people too that, you know, start being a part of it and part of the movement. And I like to call it a conglomerate because besides music, we're a business too, you know, and like we have people that do everything, you know, like screen printers that good people that know marketing, you know, people that do photography, videography. So we have a whole army of creatives that I like to call conglomerate, which is just a business.
It's dope though because most people won't do that. Not to interrupt you guys, but you get what I'm saying?
323 is not just music. It's screen printing. It's clothing. It's artists. It's DJ. Shout out to homie Dio Tattoos.
Oh yeah,
DJ
we have tattoo artists as well.
Photography, videography.
It's all in one
So
under the tree, the branches of 323
It's an entrepreneurship
Mafia.
as well. Like we're all entrepreneurial minds, you know, so we all want to start hustles and businesses, and we all want to get separate streams of income. So aside from just music, I feel like we're growing into business people as well, because we just know how to communicate with people, talk to people, you know, get clientele. My boy right here is he's good at talking to people and getting clientele. For my boy too, my cousin, photography, videography, you know, we just...
So with it being that much, then who decides what it is? Like, I don't think we should run with screen printing. Like, who has the final say in that since there's so much stuff involved?
It's a lot of going back and forth till we agree on one thing. It's like a brotherly thing because we always clash, but at the end of the day, we always come to an agreement on certain
you guys
things.
don't fight to see who will win?
Yeah, me and this fool got down a couple times. Nah, I think it's,
He lost.
I think at the end of the day, everyone started to become like their own entity, but at the same time, we all have the same vision. So it's like everyone is their own. Like no one's trying to like boss anyone around because we all have our own lane, we all have our own lives, our own. But at the same time, 323 Mafia. That's why it's a movement because at the end of the day, we still collaborate and everything, and
I think
we have the same vision.
Since we all have the same end goal, we just kind of bring our specific talents to the table, and then whatever we can provide resource-wise to get to that point, that's all.
Well,
that's how we
being
all work
businessmen
together.
that you guys are, most hip hop groups break up, and the main reason why they break up is because the money has to be split. So how do you guys avoid that? Being 323.
Well,
Me
at least with like
specifically?
music.
We're not really in it for the money. We're more in it because we love this shit. Like, we came in this shit broke. I could leave this shit broke and still not give a fuck, you know? The money would be cool in the end, but it's just more like I was going to tap into what we said earlier, that sometimes we don't agree on everything, but since we all have the same vision, I just run with it. We run with it. Hey, that's how you feel, my boy? Like, okay, fuck it then, you know? I'll step back and say no to this one, but we're still going to do it for you, you know? Like,
I think also with like when it comes to specifically like the music, we always have like that open communication. So when we go into like, let's just say putting out an album, we already kind of have like those defined roles and kind of like percentages already put in place. So when it goes into that role,
Hell nah, y'all been together since what, 2017?
16.
And only one album, dog. Y'all fools are fighting, dog.
Nah, we
One
got
album,
the,
nah,
We're not
come on,
denying. No,
dog.
definitely. We've been through some shit where we've said crazy. Nah, I'm not gonna deny that. We fought. All of us have all had individual fights with each person in the group.
Nah, I was just
You know,
bullshitting.
as the brotherhood
but
shit,
it's
though.
true because it's true. But it's also something that it could either make you or break you. And at the end of the day, it made us stronger because we all know each other, how we work so well that okay, now we know. Like if you really want to, nurture a relationship, you're gonna be like, okay, like that person does not want to do that, so let's not do that. Let's try a different approach and like let's try to work together, because like he said, it's a brotherhood, and we could have already broken up 1,000 times already, but since we're still here together doing this shit, man, it's like I feel like it's an unbreakable bond and an unbreakable brotherhood, and shit, we're just gonna keep growing and we're not gonna stop doing this shit.
Okay,
The reason why we're
Go ahead.
the reason why we're also close is we're also a family. He's my cousin. He's my blood cousin. I'm his daughter's godfather. He's with his cousin, and it just we all connect like that.
So you couldn't get away from each other if you tried.
Yeah,
Shit.
pretty much.
So look, we have one album.
That's my nephew right there.
We're all there still. That's fine.
Pan to get off.
We do have one album, but we have
No,
3 EPs.
Yeah,
Three
EPs.
EPs
and
and
singles.
I think like technically as a collective, the Mafia, we have at least 100 releases
Down.
that
And then we did
since I've been there personally. I've only been with them for 5 years, so since I've been like being the main engineer, we've put around 100 together.
And like I said too, like in the beginning, we didn't really focus on albums at all. We try to, since he's a videographer and he's always loved to do videos and everything, it seemed more proper to make videos because it just was better. So when we were younger, we're like, let's just focus on dropping videos. And we love doing that. We just love going around in the hood right there and doing videos anywhere. People would look at it. It was just a fun time. It was a great time. And, I don't regret just having, I'm not even on that album, but I don't regret us just having that album because we focused on what we wanted to focus on in the beginning, which was doing music videos and making our songs.
And fool, it was the era too, like
Yeah.
SoundCloud, Russ putting out a single every single week. That's what was getting more like notoriety because putting out a whole album to get somebody brand new to listen to a whole project is a lot harder than just asking for 3 minutes. So that was like the approach when we were doing that.
I want each one of you to describe 323 Mafia's sound to somebody that's never heard of you.
Dang, versatile.
Okay, that's good.
Versatility.
I always tell people we're aggressive motivational rap.
Aggressive motivational
Aggressive
speakers.
motivational. Get your fucking life together, my boy.
High key.
Fuck, I don't know. I feel like we're all individual artists, and we all bring different energies and a whole vibe, and then we just all feed off each other. So I I guess, yeah, motivational. But then that kind of sounds a little corny if you say it like that, motivational. But it is aggressive motivational. Yeah, pretty much.
I like to describe our sound as universal, and it's gonna cause an impact to anyone that listens to it, anyone, because we're talking about religion and spirituality. But when you spit a certain message, anyone's gonna be able to get that message if you're spitting the right message, you know. And that all stems back to hip hop, and just like, for example, Gangstar Guru was always saying some shit that I'm like, damn, that shit's gonna live on forever. That message is gonna impact Tupac. Anyone that spits a certain type of message, it's gonna be timeless. And it's gonna, live on forever, and it's just gonna, universal. So I would describe our sound as universal.
What's the next project, or what could we look out for?
So for myself, I'm dropping Cloud9 this Friday. Recently, before that, it was January 1st, we dropped a 3-pack. It was Player Season. That was like more upbeat, kind of like music for, I wouldn't say like the club, but. Definitely.
Yeah. I got some vibes. I got like 4 songs, but now looking at them, I probably want to. I dropped my own album too, solo album, my birthday, July 3rd. So I'm thinking about popping those songs down, maybe dropping it the same day again, like a part 2, not of the same vibes, but like some new shit, but exactly on my birthday again. So I got a couple months.
So nothing for 323 though, or
323. I feel like we always make brand new songs, and we're like, all right, this is gonna go on the new Mafia album. And we make a brand new shit. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, this one's gonna be on the. There's like 100 fucking songs that we're just like.
Yeah, usually like
we fuck up by letting them ride out too long because we start liking this one more and this one more, and then the other one just feels like we heard it 100,000 times. So we're like, I don't know about this.
Low key now, we do have an album coming out. But we are working. We always have stuff coming. We have a lot of shit. We do have albums worth of stuff, and we just need to piece it together.
I think usually the way that we work is we're always creating new tracks. Like in the studio, we'll lock in, maybe do like 4 or 5 a session, just get ideas out. Yeah. And like the last project, like extended project we did, that was like 3 songs. I think 2 of them were new, but before that, the 6-song EP we did in August of last year, those were all old songs. It was just. We go through our catalog of like ideas and vibes that we've created and just kind of pick them out and be like, oh, this would be dope to put together because it kind of has this energy. So like Timeless was more old school, kind of feel more bright. So that's
when you go back
for too, yeah.
When you go back for that one song and it's old, do you redo anything on it, or do you just as it is? Okay.
Usually it'll be on the engineering side because usually when as we continue making new music, like. If I hear a recording that I did last year of us, like the effects that I put on our vocals, they're kind of outdated by the time it's now. Okay. But usually the way that we record, I like to keep the first kind of initial recording just because it has the strongest feel to it.
Yeah, the energy's right there.
Already there.
When you try to recreate it, it's not going to be the same.
Okay. Like we had to do that a couple times on Leap Year project that we did last year. I got my laptop stolen, so we had to redo 2 or 3 songs, and those are the hardest ones to recreate because we're trying to bring back that initial feeling, Exactly.
Word, I want to thank you guys for the interview. Any shout outs before we cut out?
For me, Cloud9 Friday, we got a specific Mafia song on that one, and everybody here is featured on the project multiple times.
Yeah, no, I just want to shout out Cloud9 as well, man. 24 Club, man. Get your studio time in with the homies from 24 Club, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the new studio. That's our new home, and we're getting all our sound from right there, and that shit, that sound is unmatched,
Yes, sir.
So I want to shout out Cloud9. I want to shout out all the projects that we've been dropping lately. We're still focusing on singles too, so a lot of our focus has always been on singles, and I pride myself in that because, like I said, every time we put out a single, we just love it so much that I'm just like, fuck it, like that shit feels it feels as fulfilling to me as dropping an album, just because I'm so proud of my music, our music. So we just dropped You Met a Different Person. We dropped Light Switch with the homie Mason, and we're gonna just keep dropping, and we do have an album coming,
Word up. Shout out the homies, shout out my big bro Lefty, shout out everybody rocking with us. Appreciate it.
Shout out motherfucking Northeast Funk, Des Santos, 323 Mafia. And also shout out to OG Husky Radio for giving us the platform to do this shit.
Appreciate you.
All love.
Last thing before you guys do, because I know you guys got so much, give out your individual and because it's at 323 Mafia on Instagram,
sir.
and give out your individual
So
contact.
mine is Homie Mason, Homie MVSON, as well as XXIV Club. That's our home, our studio, downtown LA. Hit us up if you need that.
Flower District.
Flower District.
I go by Prospecto, Prospektoh. You can find me on Instagram.
I go by Chef the Stewie, Chef the STUY, Chef the Stewie.
I go by Northeast Playboy, Northeast Playboy. Yeah, that's it.
Word up. OGSK Radio.
Spell it out for me, my boy.
The whole thing. Spell it backwards.
Playboy Northeast.
Stay posted. More
shout
news
out
to
to
come
my-
at performances.
Shout out to my tia Meche, low key.
Word
That's
up.
my mom.
Shout out my mom.
OGSK Radio. Stay posted.